Saturday, October the 5th, USKA Fight Sports returns to its home, the Parkview Inn on Bulldog Drive in Allentown, Pennsylvania, with another pro Muay Thai card. Get your tickets at USKAFightsports.com, USKAFightsports.com.
Sonia Reyes, we're talking about your fight coming up October 5th in Allentown. Introduce yourself.
Well, you said it right there. My name is Sonia Reyes. This is going to be my second fight. And I can't wait.
All right. You had your first fight with USKA. When was that?
That was back in April.
Back in April. And how did that go for you?
It was an interesting experience. It was definitely not something that I ever thought I was ever going to do. But my coaches, my trainers, they all pushed me towards getting that W. And it was actually amazing. That feeling at the end of getting out of the ring just was overwhelming. It was great. I loved it.
That's awesome. And who is your coach, and what gym do you train at?
I train at Tiger Schulman's in Bethlehem and also in Allentown. And my coaches are Liz Mooring and oh my goodness, Shihan Simpson.
Very good, very good. And
so many names to remember, I can't keep them straight.
They'll understand the nerves and stuff, I'm sure. And Liz is primarily your coach in Bethlehem, is that correct?
That is
correct.
correct.
Mr. Simpson runs the fight team. Is that how that works?
Yes.
How does your training schedule go normally throughout the week?
It's pretty consistent every day. I usually train Tuesday through Sunday, pretty much.
Okay, good. Now, leading up to your last fight, so you were kind of talked into the fight, maybe persuaded the fight.
I like to say I was voluntold.
Voluntold, very good. So, leading up to that fight, you got some publicity. The local news came out and they interviewed you.
Yes.
And like that. Did that put more pressure on you? It would, or didn't matter? How did that go?
I think it was actually really great to have a woman fighter trying to set an example. I think the words that I try to get out to people, or the word that I try to get out to people, is that it's something that's actually really exciting and fun. It's not really something that people should be afraid of. Combat sports has become very popular. It's always been in entertainment, but for me, doing that interview kind of just made me realize this is actually a great platform for women.
Very good. So why did you originally get involved in martial arts?
That's a great story, actually.
That's what we're here for.
I used to work in recruitment, and I had an encounter the one time with someone who we wanted to send out for employment, and they were disgruntled, and it turned into a physical altercation because she disagreed on some things, and I tried to keep it professional, and it just got to a point where she got in my face and I physically had to react. So that put a light in my turned on a light, and I was like, oh, I need to get into something. So that's when I called up Tiger Schulman's.
Wow, that's a great story. And how long have you been training since that?
It will be 3 years this coming April.
Very good. And at what point did you start training for that first fight? I mean, I know you said you were volunteered, but I don't even know how you said that. You said it better than I did.
Voluntold.
Voluntold. Okay, you were voluntold to fight. But I'm sure it wasn't you're voluntold to fight and it's going to be Friday night or Saturday night. Like,
yeah.
How long did you prepare for that fight specifically?
It was quite some time. I mean, we have a tournament with Tiger Schulman's. It's the Challenge of Champions.
Right.
So they had me start with that about a year ago for the June tournament. And that kind of got the ball rolling. So I got third place. Funny thing is, my mom the positive person that she is, said at least it wasn't out of 3 people. So then
I got third place a lot, but it's always been out of 3 people. It's not a good feeling. Yeah.
So she was very positive about that. But then I did my second COC, and it really it helps you get into the mindset with the conditioning and how you really need to think about training and use what you've been trained to do. Mm-hmm. So it really wasn't necessarily just getting ready for the April fight. It was constantly getting ready for the tournaments. And then when they said that I was matched for the April fight, we just kind of tweaked some things and got me more comfortable with the sparring to the head.
Right.
Which not a lot of people they might be thrown into it the wrong way, or they just might not be comfortable with going to the head. So Tiger Schulman's does a really great job with the sparring and the training in that aspect.
Yeah, Tiger Schulman's has a great system because you guys are a huge organization. Probably, yes. I don't know, you're probably the largest in the world. But when you go to the Challenge of Champions, you're fighting other Tiger Schulman's fighters, correct?
Yes.
And they're not necessarily kickboxing rules, like you said, with the head contact, but it's definitely a solid stepping stone to get you into the full contact arena, correct?
Exactly, yep.
Good. Okay, so after that first fight, I mean, what were you thinking? Retire undefeated or?
That's so funny you said that. My friend, she actually said, "Well, technically, you're undefeated." This is true. It's a great thing to say, but no, I was really excited to get back in there. Unfortunately, my matches weren't either in the weight class that I wanted to be in. I didn't get matched, or there was just no one out there at that time during the summer for me to get matched up with. So I was hoping to fight with Eric on the Hamburg card, but unfortunately there were no matches there. So we just kept throwing my name in the hat, and fortunately this time around I was able to get on the card.
Right. And you mentioned Eric Dowd.
Yes.
He fought on that card, but he's fighting with you on this card.
Exactly.
And,
yeah.
And who else is fighting? Casey Kilghost.
Casey.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So there's 3 of you on this card. How does that, is that a different dynamic? I mean, is that more exciting? I mean, I know you bring out fans, and Casey brings his fans, and so between the 3 of you, and
it's
Eric,
just going to be Tiger Schulman's up in there.
that's correct. Yeah, they're going to pack the place. That's great. Do you feed off that energy, or I know sometimes like I'm not even telling my mom I'm fighting. Like I don't want anybody there. But
no, I love hearing the crowd. It really it amplifies that feeling of I'm doing it right. I mean, I might not be technically doing it right, but I can feel the crowd's energy that I'm winning, or I'm doing something, and I'm just gonna keep full force. And with the crowd screaming your name, you got to give them what they want.
Right. It's a great motivator. Excuse me. So have you changed your training, or is there anything specific you're working on for this fight?
Well, we know that she would have preferred, I think, Thai rules. So we know in that sense that she likes Muay Thai. So we've been working on those types of angles. And in those instances, she might catch a clinch. We're working on defending on that.
Okay, good strategy there. And as far as your conditioning goes, I know Tiger Schulman's fighters are always in fantastic shape. So I'm sure you're getting put through hell no matter what, whether you're getting ready for a fight or not.
Always.
So, right. And like, how about your family support? Like, you mentioned female fighter and having a platform. One, what does your family think of you fighting? And number 2, what do you want to use that platform for?
I mean, honestly, I think my mom is okay with it. You can't ever really tell with her. She's just always so positive and happy with what my decisions are. The reason why I choose the female platform is because my mom is a very strong woman. I think that's where I get most of my power, my energy. And she's actually fighting a battle herself right now with brain cancer.
Oh my gosh.
So she
Sorry
went
to hear
through
that.
her second surgery this past March, and MRIs are coming back great. So again, I'm going to win this one for her because she fought so hard in March.
Oh, God bless her. I hope everything works out fantastic. We're a big supporter of that cause too. We did a big fundraiser over the summer there. We got this big old donation check here that we for them. So that's man, I really wish we could have got you.
That one was really close to my heart. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, yeah, I am sorry to hear that, but I am looking forward to your fight coming up October 5th in Allentown. Any last shout outs you want to do before we wrap this up? I think it went really well.
I just want to give a shout out to all my team for helping me get through another camp. I know sometimes maybe I'm not the most pleasant person to deal with, but it was always a great experience training with my team.
That's awesome. All right. Hey, I look forward, I said, seeing you in less than 2 weeks, and I wish you a safe 2 weeks of training.
Thank you. Bye, Gary.
Talk to you soon, Sonia. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Saturday, October the 5th, USKA Fight Sports returns to its home, the Parkview Inn on Bulldog Drive in Allentown, Pennsylvania, with another pro Muay Thai card. Get your tickets at USKAFightsports.com, USKAFightsports.com.